enjoy a matinee hockey game as well. Ryan to Andrews. Andrews 2-on-1 into the slot. Ehlers all by himself. Backhander, weak one, but it goes right through the wickets of DeBow, and it's 1-0 Halifax. It was one of those backhanders where you don't know where it's going to go, and it just sort of slid along the ice right between DeBow's legs, and it's 1-0 Halifax. 9:28 left. Ehlers showing some speed now as he works through the neutral zone. Drops it for Andrews. Back to Ehlers. Ehlers with shot, scores. Ehlers puts it right upstairs on the glove side as DeBow left just a little bit of room there. And
on the far boards, that's brought up ice. Ryan up to Ehlers. He's in alone. Shot, scores. Nikolaj Ehlers with a top shelf pick. And what a shot by Ehlers, who came barreling in off the wing, went high on the short far side, and Lewis now gives it to Andrews. Andrews with a 2-on-1 with Ehlers. Over to Ehlers, shot, scores! Nikolaj Ehlers finishes off a one-timer off an Andrews feed, and the Moose have a 1-0 lead.
Quick start here for the Mooseheads on 1:36 into the first period, and Nick Ehlers has his 4th goal of the season and 6 points.
Halifax zone. Murphy in the corner, turning, now looking up the far side. There's the pass to Ehlers. Ehlers trying to take it to the net. A backhander comes through, scores! As Nick Ehlers gives the Mooseheads a 1-0 lead. Ehlers, protecting the puck so well, was able to drag it across the front of the net and then stuffed. Here's Ehlers racing up ice. Net is empty. Ehlers fires it off the skate and in. It goes in off the defenseman's skate. Nick Ehlers with the goal, 41 seconds to go, and you knew Steve no one was going to catch Nick Ehlers.
Absolutely not. Ehlers has his 6th of the season.
Carvo will leave it behind the net. Now the Huskies backing up. Here comes Ehlers in over the line. There's the pass. Now the throw in front, and a shot and a good save, and they score. That one's off a leg, and it's a one-time attempt. And the Mooseheads have taken the 5-4 lead as Nick Ehlers hammered one. A one-timer in tight. The Moose. Snap pass, that's off the linesman's skate. It comes across. Here comes Ehlers with a burst and fires and scores. Nick Ehlers with a tremendous burst of speed and goes up high on Hozan, high on the short side. And a stick into the corner. Ehlers bringing it up the wall. Gives it to Duke. Returning it to Ehlers. Ehlers drives it, scores! Nick Ehlers, a wicked shot low on Auger. The Mooseheads have a booster juice power play goal and a 2-0 lead.
Nick Ehlers with his 11th of the season, and that is good for the team lead. Andrews has his 11th as well. Team lead in scoring, I should say. Andrew Ryan leads the way with 12 goals, but Nick Ehlers was the top point getter prior.
Moving his feet and then turns it over to Ehlers. Ehlers to Drouin. Drouin coming off the wall, looks to the slot. There's a shot from Ehlers, and he scores. Nikolaj Ehlers gets the pretty feed from Drouin, and the Moose with a 6-1 lead.
Well, Ehlers will have his 12th of the season. Drouin will pick up an assist. And with that, Ehlers now tied for the goal-scoring lead for the Mooseheads with Andrew Ryan.
An Andrew Ryan goal. Here's Andrews up for Meyer. Meyer couldn't bring it with him, but Andrews does. In front, Ehlers alone. Backhander scores. Nikolaj Ehlers. 2-0 Halifax.
Brent Andrews lifts his head long enough to see Nick Ehlers all alone, and he dishes off to Ehlers, who goes on the backhand over the shoulder of Jake Brennan. We will have the update when we come back.
Murphy now, across for Ashley. Ashley to Drouin. Drouin to Ehlers. He scores! Nick Ehlers with a one-timer. What a shot by Ehlers as he gets it up. And I mean up in a hurry. A one-timer off to a feed from Jonathan Drouin. Drouin through center. Drouin in over the blue line. Now dishes it off. Back to Drouin. Drouin getting pressure from the backside for Ehlers. And Ehlers scores. And the Mooseheads have a 2-0 lead. Well, Nick Ehlers at the side of the net after Jonathan Drouin did a lot of the work in front. And the Mooseheads have a 2-0 lead here as Nick Ehlers has his 13th of the holding, cradling, and then dishing it off to Ashley. Side of the net, Drouin. Drouin with a backhand pass, shot, scores. At the side, it's Nikolaj Ehlers, and the Mooseheads have a Booster Juice power play goal and a 1-0 lead.
Well, 2 in the league and plus minus.
Hardy at the point. There's the shot and a pad save from Auger. Now coming in off the wing, snapshot enough on the short side of Auger. And Nikolaj Ehlers gets it away in a hurry, picking the top corner. And Ehlers with his second of the night. Then the Moose are up 4-0.
Nick Ehlers had a great backhand goal last.
Drouin for Ehlers. Ehlers comes up to the top circle, giving it to Ciampini, back to Ehlers. He scores! Nikolaj Ehlers one-times a Ciampini pass. Booster Juice power play goal, 1-0 Moose.
Nick Ehlers has given the Mooseheads a 1-0 lead with his 18th goal of the season, and it is a Booster Juice power play goal. Ciampini should pick up an assist on that as well. 18.
Now Ashley on that half wall, pressured, but Meyer comes in for support to Ashley. Ashley in the corner, cross ice, Ehlers scores! What a bullet pass by Darcy Ashley onto the tape of Ehlers. He one-times it by Brassard, tied it 2.
Nick Ehlers had...
Ehlers feeding Uyghur at the point. Uyghur back to Ehlers, looking in and then firing it and scores! Nick Ehlers with a beauty. And Ehlers gives the Mooseheads the 3-1. Ehlers moves it off to Ehlers on the half wall. Back to Uyghur at the point. Uyghur will feed it back to Ehlers. Top circle. There's the shot. Scores! Nikolaj Ehlers ripping one up high on the short side of Marchand, and the Halifax Mooseheads, despite being outshot and outplayed most of the night, have tied it at 3.
Well, a big goal here.
Going wide in behind the net. There's the pass to the corner. Set up there is Laguerre. Laguerre trying to walk around Hardy. Puck comes free. Ehlers throwing it down ice into the empty net and scores. Nikolaj back in the first to Ashley. Ashley now in the corner with Ciampini. Quickly to Ehlers. Scores! Nikolaj Ehlers rings it off the far post, beating Auger far side. And the Mooseheads close the gap. 3-2 St. John here. Terrific shot from Nikolaj Ehlers. Not only did he place it perfectly just over the blocker of Auger, but he got it away. Puck comes free. Ehlers will carry. Up for Andrews on the wing. Andrews trying to slide by the D and does. Now he'll try to move it to the front. Shot. Scores! Nikolaj Ehlers from a fairly sharp angle, but he was on the far side. Got it over the pad of Brennan. 1-0 Moose. Andrews up in the far wing. It is Meyer back, and then a snapshot from Nick Ehlers, but low and wide. Along the near boards, it comes off Andrews, the quick pass to Ehlers, back to Andrews, to Ehlers, shot, scores! Nikolaj Ehlers has his second of the night, and the Moose with a 3-2 lead.
Well, Brent Andrews is going to be in on all 3 of these Moosehead goals. He had a goal and an assist in the first period, and a nice little dish from Andrews to Ehlers here in the second.
Mac Uyghur carrying out of his own end on the wing to Connor Moynihan. He'll come to the top of the circle, lets it go. Rebound, they score. And Connor Moynihan rips one up high, hit DeRosier in the mask, and racing in on the far side, Nikolaj Ehlers, and Ehlers has the wide open goal, and he one-times it by the Rimouski goaltender, and the Halifax Mooseheads now have a 3-0 lead. Connor Moynihan uncorked it. He led over the blue line. Ehlers will drop it to Ryan. Ryan will pull up on the boards, looking to the front, and Ehlers shot and scores. Nikolaj Ehlers releases it quickly. on a perfect pass from Andrew Ryan, and the Mooseheads have a 6-1 lead. Well, Nikolaj Ehlers. Here comes Ehlers with some speed now. Up over the line, dropping it back to Ashley. Ashley cuts across the middle. Ehlers scores, and it's Nick Ehlers who gets a perfect feed from Darcy Ashley. And the Halifax Mooseheads have regained the lead just like that. Ashley with a pretty pass to Ehlers. For Duke enters the Quebec zone. Now he'll move it off on the wing to Ehlers. Ehlers with a cut to the middle, holding the puck, and now lets it go and scores! Nikolaj Ehlers with a shot high on the far side, beating Brassard blocker side, and the Halifax Mooseheads have a 1-0 lead. 4 minutes in here. Nikolaj Ehlers with a terrific shot. Great patience. Puck sent down the boards, and Drouin is back, and he'll fire it up on the glass, and racing up ice after is Ehlers. Ehlers, a backhander, scores! Nikolaj Ehlers with a burst of speed up ice as Jonathan Drouin went back in his own end and hammered it hard off the glass. Puck bounces out, and Ehlers in full flight collects that puck crossing. Drouin chasing. Carry it deeper into the zone. Up the side, Stevens can't handle the pass. Here's Andrews to Ehlers, he scores! Nikolaj Ehlers puts the Moose up 1-0 on a one-timer from 15 feet in front.
Well, that will be
on the boards. Back to the point. That puck pushed away. Here on a breakaway comes Nikolaj Ehlers. Forehand, backhand, scores! Nikolaj Ehlers goes up top shelf. And the Mooseheads have a shorthanded goal and a 3-0 lead.
Well, Nick Ehlers now has his 32nd goal of the season.
Mooseheads had a chance to change some of their defenders. Drew out there now. Oak fans on that attempt, and they play the lead pass to Ehlers. He's in all alone. Brisebois trying to catch up, and Ehlers goes 5-hole. Brennan makes the slide across, but the pads were open. Ehlers slides it in, and it's
pass across crease, goes into the far corner. Gallery back for Uyghur. Uyghur will hold it, now giving it in at the dot. Ehlers fires and scores. Nikolaj Ehlers with a blistering shot up high from the dot, and the Moose with a 1-0 lead.
Nick Ehlers has number 34.
Side of the net. Out to Andrews at center. On the wing for Ehlers. Ehlers coming in the off wing, cutting across the middle, scores! Nikolaj Ehlers firing it low and beating Mason McDonald low on the glove hand. And the Halifax Mooseheads have a 5-0 lead on the back out. That's good to see Andrews back on the ice. Ehlers will try to track down a puck in the corner. And the Cataracts get to it first. Now a steal by Andrew Ryan in front for Ehlers. Scores! Nikolaj Ehlers has the hot hand. 4 points in the win on Wednesday, and he's got the tying goal here 3 minutes in.
Well, is this going to be a barn burner or what, Johnny? We've got 2 goals and under. Close second, just moves for days. And Jonathan Drouin just redefined the word dangle here. Goes outside in and then back to the outside, spins around, a couple little moves. And if Ehlers does get the goal, that's the easiest goal he's ever going to score.
Well, we've seen some tremendous shifts from Jonathan Drouin. And I'm set to... As Nick Ehlers darts up in over the Moosehead, over the line, and fires one high up under the glove of Sullivan, and the Mooseheads have a 2-0 lead as Nick Ehlers, in 15 seconds, gives the Mooseheads a 2-0 lead. Down the wing, cutting across, and then goes up high on the near side, and Sullivan.
I just got Next Issue. It's great. Next Issue gives me access to over 100 of the world's best magazines. I get titles like McLean's Time, Men's Fitness, Car and Driver, Us Weekly, Consumer Report.
And the draw is won by, eventually it is won by Drouin. And he'll push it up. Here's Ehlers coming in over the line. Net is empty. He'll get a backhander away and scores. Nikolaj Ehlers has his 3rd of the night. And what a terrible gaffe by the Bathurst goaltender Sullivan as the puck was dumped down ice. He raced out of the net to get to the puck, but he underestimated the speed of Nikolaj Ehlers. Near point to Drouin. Drouin to the back for Ehlers, but that's off a stick and into the corner. Mooseheads moving on the outside here. And they score from a sharp angle. Well, how did that go in? From a near impossible angle. We'll have to take a look at that on the monitor. That the Mooseheads have a power play goal, a strange power play goal. And
We're home for live Blue Jays baseball. News 95.7.
You're listening to Steel Chrysler and Halifax Chrysler Mooseheads hockey, and Nikolaj Ehlers has scored just moments ago. He bats one out of the air, and the Mooseheads have a 4-2 lead as Nikolaj Ehlers manages to bat it out of the air. Off the face-off, Drouin on the wing, and here comes Ehlers with an empty net coming across the middle and fires and scores again. And Nikolaj Ehlers has a hat trick for the second night. Ryan, now Ehlers around into the far boards, turning, trying to shake the defender, walks right to the front and scores. What a goal from Nick Ehlers. And the Halifax Mooseheads have a 2-0 lead on some pretty dancing and dangling by Nikolaj Ehlers. Ehlers with a great individual move coming out of the corner. And Nick Ehlers has been on a tear. This time does get it all the way down ice. And Drouin will be the first to get to it on the inboards. Drouin will look and then holds the puck. And then cross ice pass scores as Nick Ehlers takes the perfect feed from Jonathan Drouin. Jonathan Drouin will drag it around that Cape Breton defenseman who dropped and sliding by. And then Ehlers makes the perfect pass. Or rather, Drouin makes the perfect pass, and Ehlers finishes it off. No chance, absolutely no chance for that. Speed coming across, trying to take it wide, throws it to the front, and Nikolaj Ehlers will one-time it. And he beats Fortin, and the Mooseheads have a 8-0 lead, and Nikolaj Ehlers, for the third consecutive game, has the hat trick. Nikolaj Ehlers. The ruling is there, but yeah, you're probably right, Steve. Here comes Matt Murphy up over the line. They'll dish it off to Ryan for Ehlers to the side. Ehlers was going on the back end, couldn't finish it off. He comes out of the corner and scores! Nikolaj Ehlers! Not finished yet. Ehlers goes up high in the glove hand. What a shot by Nick Ehlers as he comes out of that corner with his blazing speed and then places up on the top.
There with a nice play is Will Thompson to get it out to center. Jacques ahead into the middle. Ehlers brings it in across the line. Left side, Gadary drops it back in front. Ehlers scores. Nikolaj Ehlers on an awkward give and go. But a nice drop pass by Gadary, and it was on his stick and off his stick quickly. Ehlers rips it.
That's stay out. Another shot. They score. Nikolaj Ehlers at number 49.
Ehlers, had the one off the post and the other one at a sharp angle, so you almost could sense that he was going to come out and succeed here in the power play, and he sure can.
Seen in the last number of months with the Mooseheads, the way they move that puck around, and I know that the coaching staff's been working